What is up, everybody? I'm a filmmaker. I'm trying to be a filmmaker. I make films. I'm not saying I'm any good, but that's what I do now. And I used to shoot out of my house. I had a room set up dedicated for where I had my equipment. I had a backdrop. I do interviews and stuff. And then, of course, I'd go on location. And I've always wanted to buy a warehouse to turn into a film studio. Now, Southern California, to do something like that, you have to have a lot of money. I don't. So I started looking at other places. I mean, it's not something I was going to do, but definitely was in the back of my mind on something I wanted to do. So I started looking in Arizona, Oregon, places like that was close to a major airport in case I decided to rent out the space and have clients come in. But also somewhere that was just a little bit cheaper. So I ended up moving out to Arizona, near Phoenix. I looked on sites like LoopNet, came across this warehouse in Arizona because California is just way too expensive for me. And this looked nice. It looked promising. It was a nice space, but has this card thing rack in there, which I figure, okay, I can turn that into something. I can use it for something. Had office space, storage space, a kitchen. I thought, okay, this is pretty cool and a decent price. Nice warehouse, but I couldn't get it insured. Something told me, it says, you need to see if you can get insurance for this stuff before you start buying someplace. The guy was going to sell it to me. I think I could have got it for like $600, but I couldn't get insured. There was nobody that would insure me. And it was really weird because I've never applied for commercial insurance before. But they ask a lot of questions. What are you using it for? How many employees do you have? How much money do you plan on making the first year? Stuff like that. I understand the employees and all that, but why do you need to know how much money I'm going to make? What if I don't want to make any money? What if I'm not good enough to make any money? But they all said, no. I was looking on this LoopNet site again, and somehow, I don't know how it happened, these auctions came up. I didn't know that they had auctions on that site. I thought it was just leasing and purchasing. So this auction came up, and it came up to a specific building in the Houston, Texas area. A couple of good things about this Houston. It's like 15, 20 minutes from the international airport in Houston, which is great, so people can fly in and if I was renting out space to people, they could do it. But also, this is huge. It's an old radio station, a former radio station that is empty. And I thought, wow, it's already set up. It's got the wiring for audio visual. It's got a green room. It's got rooms that I can do podcasts. It's got 2 levels, got a kitchen, 2 buildings. And I thought, hey, something's telling me I should have this building. It's like it's calling me for some reason. And the auction starts at $300,000. That's the starting bid. I thought, dude, I could do that. Then I thought, how many people would really want this space other than someone like myself that wants to turn it into a film studio, or someone who wants to open up a radio studio or whatever, or I don't know, co-working, whatever. But I thought, I need to go into this auction. So I am bidding on this place. There's not a lot of people bidding on it. So I have a really good chance of getting this place. So I signed up for the auction. I talked to the realtor and all that. At the time of this filming, only 2 people were signed up for it. And I thought, okay, I really have a shot at this for a couple of reasons. One, there's not a lot of people that want to buy this building and convert it into something else. So unless you're in the film industry or the radio broadcast industry, you're probably not going to want to buy that building. And think about it. With the internet and everything's online, radio's kind of passe. I can't see you making money on a radio station. But a film studio? Yeah, there's some possibility. I even asked chat. I said, hey, what do you think? They say, hey, I think it's a great idea. So my fingers are crossed on this. I have a good shot at getting this. But like I said, there was only 2 people signed up. The auction was originally, I believe, September 7th. They pushed it back to the 15th. Now, I only can guess that they pushed this back because there's not, a lot of people bidding on it. So hopefully they don't cancel the auction. But if they let it go through and the reserve is doable for me, I might get this. Now, here's the other thing. If they don't make the reserve, they actually may come to the people who put bids in and say, hey, look, are you willing to purchase it at this price? And I will either say yes or no. And with a counteroffer, are you willing to accept this price? Now, so I'm just a poor country boy trying to make films. You really should just give me the space. Why not? Doesn't hurt to ask. So stay tuned. We'll see what happens. Fingers crossed for me. If you want to send me some money, invest, I totally will accept that too. It's up to you. Send me $1 or $2. I guess I got to be set up for that. Wish me luck. Kapla!
BM.